Hi and welcome to this WordPress course. In this lesson, I'm going to explain all the features of WordPress. So you can go to this wordpress.org, the official website, and then you can scroll down. And yeah, so here is the list of all the powerful feature, and I'm going to explain each of them one by one. So what does this customizable design mean? Well, it means that the design of your WordPress website, the entire look, the entire interface is highly customizable. You can customize it however you want. You can put anything anywhere, and there are thousands and thousands of free designs to choose from. So you can build anything that you can imagine. It is highly customizable. The design is highly customizable. You can put a text over here, you can put a video, you can put a image, you can do anything you want to. It's highly customizable. And the second feature is that WordPress websites are SEO friendly. Now, what does it mean? Well, SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it really means that your WordPress website can be found on the search engine. Earlier back in the day, when people were creating a website, then it was very difficult to be found on search engine. So they had to do a lot of customization. They had to write some code so that they can be found on this search engine. But with WordPress, you don't have to do anything. WordPress website are SEO friendly, and it is very easy to find you on the internet if you are using WordPress for your websites. Okay, so WordPress websites are SEO friendly. You can be easily found on the internet. Okay, now the third feature is responsive mobile site. Well, again, back in the day and still today, if you are creating your website using code, then you will have to write a lot of code. You will have to write a lot of code to make your website compatible for different devices. Okay, so your website on the desktop will look different, and then your website on the mobile will look different. And if you are building your website using code, then you will have to do a lot of customization. You will have to write a lot of code for that, so that your website adapts to the screen. Okay, but with WordPress, you don't have to do any of that. WordPress will take care of it. Your WordPress website will be highly responsive. It will adapt to different screen. If you are using a desktop, then your website will look different than if you are using a mobile phone. So the WordPress software is very good with responsive mobile site. Your sites will be responsive by default. Now, it is a high performance. Well, WordPress is used by millions and millions of people on the globe. It is used by some high performing websites like Mashable. So the high performance is no brainer. WordPress is the most popular tool out there, and it's really powerful. You don't really have to worry about performance if you are using WordPress. And well, you can manage it on go. Very easy to understand. Now, security is an important issue in this age, because hacking is becoming a very big problem. Your data is not safe. If you are building your website using code, if you are writing code for your website, then you will have to do a lot of work to get the security right. I know this because I build website, I build APIs, and it is very difficult to get the authentication, the security part right. There is always so much threat from the hackers, from the bad hackers. But with WordPress, you don't have to worry about any of it. Okay, you don't have to worry about any of it. WordPress will take care of the security, and the security system that is built in WordPress is very good. It's very good. The WordPress will take care of your security part, and you will not have to worry about it. And the powerful media management. Well, you can upload videos, you can upload images, and it is very easy to manage images. It is very easy to crop image, to do some basic work, to add caption. It is very easy to manage videos on WordPress. And yeah, it is easy and accessible, and that's why millions and millions of people are using it. That is why millions and millions of people are using, because it is very easy, and it is very easy to use. And that's a powerful feature, because your software should be easy to use. If your software is very difficult, then you will have a hard time maintaining your website. You will have a hard time updating your website. But that is not the case with WordPress. It's very easy to customize your website. It's very easy to use. It is very easy to create content for your website. And the best thing about WordPress is not that it is easy to use, that it has a very high security system, but you can have any feature you want, because WordPress has 55,000 plugins. Now we have not talked about plugin, but in brief, plugins are extra feature that you can import in your website, and WordPress has 55,000 of these plugins. So anything that you can imagine. If you want to build an e-commerce website, you can do that. If you want to build a gallery website, you can do that. If you want to build a forum, even if you want to build a social networking website, you can do all of that with WordPress. Any feature that you can imagine, you can import those features in just a couple of clicks with WordPress, because there are 55,000 plugins. 55,000, it's a big number. You can extend the feature of your website using this plugin. And yeah, so these are the powerful features of WordPress. Highly customizable, highly SEO friendly, very robust security system, very easy to use, very high performance, and on top of it, you have 55,000 plugin. So if you want to build a e-commerce website, a forum website like Quora or social network, or course marketplace, you can do all of that with WordPress. So these were the powerful feature of WordPress. Now in the next video, we will talk about who in this world is using WordPress. Alright, so that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.